So this question starts off by saying that f of x is equal to 1.84 to the x over 4 power. The question goes on to say the function f is defined by the given equation, right? The given equation here. The equation can be rewritten as f of x equals 1 plus p over 100 to the x power, where p is a constant. Which of the following is closest to the value of p? All right, I think that we're going to use plug-in answer strategy. And we're going to use a little bit of translation here as well, right? We know that this function and this function should be equivalent to each other, right? Because we're just saying that it was rewritten. We're not changing anything about it. We're just rewriting it in a different form. So I'm going to write down what that means. That would mean that 1.84 to the x over 4 power is equal to, it's equivalent to 1 plus p over 100 to the x power. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we're trying to solve for p. All these answers represent p values, which means I can use plug-in answers. So with choice A, when p is equal to 16, that means we'd have 1.84 to the x over 4th power equals 1 plus 16 over 100 to the x power. So I'm also going to use another strategy here, plugging your own number. Right? So I'm kind of stacking these strategies. So I'm going to just say, well, what about when x is 1? Let's just make this easy. If I make x 0, that makes it too difficult because anything to the 0 power is 1. But by making x equal 1, or no, let's actually make x equal 4 to deal with this x over 4 power for 1.84. By making x equals 4, I can really test out each of these options. Right, so when x is 4, I'd have 1.84 to the first power because, again, when x is 4, 4 over 4 is 1. And we're saying that should be equal to, what's 16 over 100? 16 divided by 100 is 0.16. So 1 plus 0.16 is 1.16. Then I have 1.16 to the 4th power because x is 4. And this is what I want to test out. Is it true that 1.84 to the first power, which is just 1.84, is equal to 1.16 to the 4th power? Let me go to my calculator and check that out. So 1.16 to the 4th. I get that that's equal to 1.81. Now, the question does say which of these is closest to the value of p. So this is fairly close, right? 1.84 and 1.81 are very close to each other. So I kind of like choice A as an answer. But I'll try choice B and just see what's happening with it. So choice B, again, I'm still going to say x equals 4. So choice B will still get me this 1.84 value. But it'll be 1.84 is equal to 1 plus 21 over 100 to the 4th power, which again, 21 divided by 100 is 0.21. 1 plus 0.21 would be 1.21. So 1.21 to the 4th power, I can check that in my calculator, 1.21 to the 4th power. Well, that gets me 2.14, right? So that's not as close at all, right? So I don't like choice B. Choice A is much better than choice B. And my assumption is that as I get even larger numbers in there, my values will get even further away from choice A. And that's why I think that choice A is the best answer. You can definitely try out choice C and choice D here, but choice A, right, this is very close. We're not going to get closer than this by increasing our P values here. So choice A is the best answer here.